YouTube family! Welcome to another Two Family Homestead live stream. Woo!
Well, it's Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got in here. Oh, Brenda, good to see you, Duncan 1900. Going Green Mom. Lazy Bunny Homestead, I saw you were here some time ago. Bill on the Rock Homestead. Buddy, Gemini Homestead. Hello, hello. So how is everybody doing? Yeah, the heat is horrid here. I don't know how it is where you guys are at. But it's not to my liking. I mean, let me put it that way. It's not to my liking. So it is Tuesday evening. It's still light out. Looks like it's going to maybe try to rain, but it hasn't yet. TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. Hello. Good to see you. UV Sway, what's up? The farm on Route 66, Family Homestead. 80 where we are, and it's beautiful tonight. Mama Z? Okay. Well, a few people still coming in here, so we're going to let them in. We got, I guess tonight's going to be a lot about opinion. We've received a couple questions over the past few weeks about video editing software. And we do all the time, but they've gotten more inquisitive, I guess. Wanting to know about free, wanting to know maybe not free, what kind of machines do I want to get, what's best. And then we also get some of these that I dread because, well, I get from two aspects. I get questions about pirated software. And I'm going to tell you that I don't believe you should run pirated software. I don't believe you should go to these websites where you can get cracks and key generators and all this other stuff. People put a lot of time into making that software, and they deserve something for it. Now, some people, I think, charge excessive amounts. Adobe is one of them. But they seem to, they have set the bar pretty high. Is it possible to transition easily from free to better later? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you become competent on, I can't think of any versions that would not apply to. There are so many similarities between the different editors that, yeah, some buttons in different places, some locations in different places. Maybe some have a lot, the features, a bigger feature set than others. But there's enough similarities, and if you become competent in whatever software you're using, it's not going to be too difficult for you to make that step into a better software and progress. So, a couple of things we wanted wanted to talk about tonight, though, is free. There's always a push to free, and I can certainly understand that. The Hootenanny has been canceled. The Hootenanny has been canceled, as you said. Pratt's canceled that probably a month ago. And with the governor they've got up in Michigan, I don't want to go Michigan anyway, too young. So anyway, I primarily talk here about Windows machines. I am familiar with Linux. I am familiar with Unix. I am familiar with some other operating systems. I know a little bit about Macs. But we talk Windows here. Windows is, that's how I made my living for the past, well, before I retired, for the 25 years prior to my retiring. So we talk Windows. Not that there's anything wrong with other operating systems. They all have good things to offer. Windows is not near the bad thing that a lot of people have made it out to be. Windows has delivered the computing powers into so many people that everybody uses it and they don't even know it. A lot of your automobiles have got Windows Server systems in them. So it's a big thing. So anyway, we're going to talk about Windows. And we'll mention a few other things. But talking about Windows had a editing tool that I get asked about here often. It was called Windows Movie Maker. And Windows Movie Maker technically is not a thing. That was discontinued back in, I believe, 2017. And because it's been discontinued, because it's old technology, I can't endorse somebody, go with Windows Movie Maker. It just, I can't do it. It's not supported. I'm not saying anything would happen, but and before I go any further, I've not seen anybody complain. How is the audio sounding tonight? I did some extensive work on it here today, hoping that it's sounding pretty good. So you guys tell me, is the audio okay for you guys? Yeah, Windows Movie Maker is not a thing anymore. But if you have Windows 10, you have got a video editor in Windows 10. Maybe you didn't even know it. Big Green Homestead, audio is good. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, so let's first talk about Windows 10 free video editor. So let me get another screen up over here, and I'll drop down in the little corner of the screen here. Okay. If you are on a Windows machine, you could go down into the little search bar down here at the bottom. And I know you can't see it because it's behind where I'm sitting here in the window and so forth. But you have that little search bar down in the lower left part of your screen. And if you just type in video editor, you can see it popped up right here. If you just click on that, and wouldn't you know, it opened in a different window. But here is video editor. Okay, so that's how you find it, and that's how you launch it. So let's just do a little quick thing, because it's got some neat things to it. I want to just share this with you. So if you click the plus, well, okay, if you're going to create something, it's telling you that you have to name it. So we'll just go sample video. And this editor works in a storyboard mode. You can talk here. And you will see down at the bottom little windows that pop up here. So let's just kind of continue here. We're going to add a title card. So this title card is 3 seconds in length. And let's change the background color. We'll change it to purple here. They're done. Of course, you can use custom colors. You just do a right click. You can go up and we can, let's put some text on it. And so the text is going to be sample video. And if you notice, it's centered it on the card here. You can move that around on the layout screen down here. So for right now, we'll put it in the middle. There's a few different fonts. Actually, there's a fair amount of fonts. So we'll just, guess we'll just kind of leave it here. And we'll just say, we're going to call it done. It's a 3 second. I can change that. I can do a right click on it, and I can change the duration. I can also copy this, and I can move it around to other places. But we'll call this good for right now. So what I need to do here now is I need to bring in some videos, or a video, or something. So let me open up my File Explorer, and let me think where there's something here. All right, my files are pretty messy at the moment, so don't do as I do what I say over here. All right, here's some stuff from the guests that we had on last night. So let's grab this one. We'll just kind of throw it over here. Did I get it there? I didn't get it there. On full screen. Remove all. But you know, it's not working for me here right now. Come on, go back on. But here we go. Okay, that's sample video. well, this is terrible. And I feel horrible. It's not working on my computer right now. And I just wonder if I have an update on my computer. Almost. Anyway, let me, it may require a reboot on mine because I may have an update waiting here. So let me go ahead and explain some of the things that are pretty neat about this, particular program that's fighting me right now. Okay, you should be able to. It's just not allowing me to do that. I should just be able to put, well, wait a minute. Aha, there we go. This PC, now we will go Gemini, and we'll just grab this one. So now I have added a video clip here. And I can take it, and I can place it down the storyboard. Now, I can trim or split this clip, so I'm going to play the clip. And I have your sound turned off, so you can't hear it. All right, we're going to stop it here, and I'm going to split it. I have clip 1 that's 8.7 seconds long, and then clip 2 is 35. I'm going to say done. Now, I can add another card in here. Okay, so at this point, if we go back to the beginning of the video, you can preview it up here. You can see that it's going to start out our sample video. It's going to play this. It's going to add this into here. And then it's going to go back into the video. And you can continue doing this. So it gives you some quick ways to add things. Now here is one of the neat things. If you want to put some custom background music in, they have all these selections. I have not been able to find out if all these selections are totally royalty free and all that for monetized videos. I'm going to say just add custom audio. But the neat thing about these is they automatically adjust to the length of the video. Automatic. And they also have a way to sync your video to the beat of the music. So it could be a lot of fun to get in here and play with this. And, if people have an interest, I'd be more than happy to maybe create something that, I just got back to looking at the thing here. I see that Going Green Mom's updated an hour ago. I know that my computer went through some updates here this afternoon. Well, hi, Lippy. You're on the screen here. So anyway, the Windows Video Editor is free. It can do basic things. Don't expect miracles out of it, but you can certainly add things together. You can trim things up. You can add music. You can add sound. You can add some, well, let's hear. You can add some different effects to the way that the picture is viewed. There are some 3D effects you can add. So when this is played, you have that little effect there. You can lengthen or shorten it. Just there's a number of different effects and things you can do. Do not expect this to be a end-all be-all, but if you're in a pinch somewhere, you've got a couple things that you just need to kind of throw together and then upload to YouTube, you can definitely do it with the Windows 10 Video Editor. And it's free. It's free. Doesn't cost a thing. So now, let me close out of that. And let me get into what I'm doing here is I'm getting the link. And I will put the link also in the chat here. How that fit? That is nuts. So let me geez. What's going on here? Copy. Paste. All right. Hold on. That Blackmagic Design DaVinci Resolve 16. So now let's talk about DaVinci Resolve 16. Just a moment here. Let me get my chat back up here so I see where I'm at. Okay. DaVinci Resolve. If you are a beginner and you want a challenge, this is the program for you. because the learning curve on this is nothing short of straight uphill. It is a fantastic program. It is one of the best. It is used by studios. It's used by professionals, and it's free. Now, they have a paid version as well, which makes things a lot easier, but this is free. This doesn't cost anything. If you have a Mac, it works for you. If you have Linux, it works for you. If you have Windows, it works for you. You just have to go to blackmagicdesign.com and their primary product for editing, DaVinci Resolve 16. Let me scroll down in this little. I have a dual timeline. Source tape, the dedicated trim interface, intelligent edit modes, a fast review, transform, retime and stabilize, portable editing, media import, and quick export. Now, if you really want to get going crazy here, if I can get back down here to the bottom, these are control panels that can be purchased to operate this software. These are not a requirement, but if you're going to get into studio-like video editing, you may find these to be quite advantageous. Did I tell you that it was free? It's free. You need to come here. You need to download now. You need to set it up. Now, there is a paid version. And as it says here, you get everything you do in the free version, plus some advanced engine features, multi-user collaborations, some 3D tools, a lot of plugins, high definition grading, film grade blur, mist effects, and a lot more. That's the $300 package, which is still outstandingly cheap. But you don't need any of that, especially getting started. Now here's the problem. And all good things come with problems. They all come with problems. DaVinci Resolve system requirements. Okay, these are minimum system requirements. So as you can see here, from a Windows standpoint, which is what they're showing you here, CPU needs to be an Intel Core i7 or an AMD Ryzen 7 chipset. But they recommend a Core i9 or a Ryzen 9. In other words, you could get by with an i7, but don't try to run this with an i5. Don't even try to install it with an i3. If you have a very healthy computer, you can run this. RAM, 16 gig, absolute minimum. Recommended is 32 plus. And I know people that have 128. They're looking to add more. They want to go up to 256. The GPU, that's your graphics card. It's got to have at least 4 gig as a minimum. And the recommended is 8 plus. And for media, they're saying do not even run this on a single drive unless it's a solid state. Run it on a RAID system where you have faster read and write times, or a solid state drive. And if you do have a detached storage or NAS equivalent for your hard drive, the NAS RAID, they recommend you have 10 gigabit Ethernet connection. Now, if you do decide to go this route, do not waste your time on 15. 15 is old school. It's still there. But everybody has gone to 16. 16 was in beta for quite a while. And that's their direction going forward. So that's, you don't even want to go down the road with Resolve 15. But DaVinci Resolve, the cross-platform program that runs on Windows, Macs, and Linux. If you're new to video editing, this software might not be the tool you are looking for. What YouTubers use to edit videos should help them accomplish their tasks quickly and not slow them down. It's best for intermediate and advanced editors and movie makers. Okay. Second freebie is a program called Shotcut. And let me get that in the chat window here. Okay. So Shotcut, it's an open source video editor. You can use it on Mac, Windows, and Linux. It's a very simple editor. It is completely free. There is no pro version or anything like that. There's no need for an upgrade. If you are getting started and want a pretty good editing software, this might be one you should strongly take a look at. A lot of the features within this program are hidden. So by all means, go search out how-to videos for Shotcut. And I personally don't have any of those done. I don't even have them done for Filmora. And I've been touting Filmora for years, but my end has always been on more on the live stream than creating a sit-down subject. Shotcut has all the traditional elements that a video editor needs: filters, trimming, so on. There's a few transitions and effects. It's not as flashy as some other editing programs, but hey, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything either. All right, the next one I want to talk about is Hit Film Express. And let me get this into the chat window here. All right, Hit Film Express. It's free. It runs on Windows or Mac. It does not. I do not believe that it runs on Linux, but that's probably not a big deal. Very few of us in the chat here tonight run on Linux. So, hit Film Express. The interface, it's very similar to a lot of other video editors. It does have some unique features. It would take a little bit of getting used to. There are some good tools. It has a very good engine for green screen effects. If you like green screen is where you change what's behind you. If you have a green wall behind you, for example, you can make that transparent and overlay it with either a video or a picture, or you could be sitting in your living room and look like you're sitting on the beach drinking a margarita. So, Hit Film Express also has some good animation options, and you do have to register the copy of Hit Film Express, or else it'll have a watermark. So that's maybe one of the downsides. Let's move on to the next one here. BSDC. BSDC is another free editor. If you don't have much horsepower in your computer, this might be a good option for you. The BSDC video editor, it's a nonlinear editor. Has a wider range of formats. It will work even up to 4K videos. This is a Windows-only editor, so if you have a Mac, I'm sorry, this does not work for you. It's kind of a plain Jane editor, but it requires very little horsepower to run it. Okay. This might be a good one for you to take a look at. Let me get it into the chat window here. Okay, OpenShot. It's an open source video editor. It runs on Linux, Mac, and Windows. And it's simple, but it's pretty powerful. Has a good flow. Has some animations, transitions. Time control is good in it. It's not overwhelming. It's pretty simple, fairly intuitive. So you can layer your videos. You can add a number of tracks. So this one would certainly be worth taking a look at. And finally, let's take a look at Lightworks. This one also runs on Mac, Windows, Linux. Its overall look and feel is a bit different This is almost a cross between Windows 10 video editor and typical editors. And I'm going to say the biggest drawback to Lightworks is the highest resolution you can create your video in is 720, which is high definition, but it's not super high def. Now, they do have a paid version, but in the free version, you 720 is it for the free version. Now, I know that there's more. Those are the 6 that I kind of picked out to throw at you here. And let me find it here. Okay, so we talked about half a dozen free editing tools, free editors. Let's talk about some paid ones. I'm not going to go crazy nuts on you here as far as expense. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I would say you should be recording in 1080p. 1080p, 30 frames a second will give you excellent results. There's no reason to go bigger, better, faster. The picture from a 1080p is very, very acceptable. You don't need to go to 2K or 4K. Which one is best for dummies? If you've made it into this stream, you're not a dummy. So anyone you choose, I would not recommend DaVinci. I would not recommend Resolve. Yeah, she's there. Yeah, she's there. All right, so 3 of probably the easiest ones for beginners. Now, these are paid, and there's a couple things to talk about. Let's just start with this. Okay, this is put out by Wondershare. Filmora 9. This is also a cross-platform editing program where you can do Windows or Linux or no, I don't think you can do Linux, but you can do Mac. And as you can see on the page here, they're advertising a free download. Well, yeah, I don't know what software you can't download for free. It doesn't mean you can use it. But you can with Filmora. If you want a big old watermark and says this program was made with Filmora, you can do that. Don't recommend that. Unless I would not recommend doing that and uploading that video. I know that we've got some people out here in the chat here tonight that either are still using it or have used it in the past. Grizz, I think, is one. Brenda, I don't know if you've used Filmora or not. But a quick note with Filmora is in their pricing structure. Now they just want me to download it. I already have it. I don't want to do your... Here we go. All right. This is something to pay attention, because Filmora has a kind of a unique pricing structure. They'll say, oh, you can get our software. It's only $40 a year. Well, that's $40 every year. I started out with Filmora 7, went through all the iterations of 7, and went all through the iterations of 8. And I'll tell you, when they went to Filmora 9, as far as I'm concerned, they broke the mold. The program is not near as intuitive as what it used to be. It's still good, but it's not what it once was. If you do choose to go with Filmora, buy the lifetime plan. Now, we are not an affiliate for Filmora. I don't make a dime if you go buy it. Nothing. I mean, it's not like that. We are not an affiliate for Filmora. I'm just telling you, if you want Filmora 9, you'll want the lifetime plan. You do not need the annual bundle plan. You do not need it. Now, this is what Filmora, and this is my own personal little thing about software companies that do this. They come out every month with some new title screens or some new little things that move around or whatever. So they have these packs they want you to buy. New effects. Allow me to get into that. I'm just going to tell you, you don't need any of them. Are they nice to have? Yeah, they're nice to have, but you don't need them. You do not need them. So, I would, now, if you want to do it down the road, that's fine. Just don't jump into this to begin with, because chances are down the road, you're going to want to go a step above Filmora anyway. Now, they have a Filmora Pro, and I have that on my machine. I have Filmora 9 on my machine. But I'm going to tell you, after you've been doing it for a while, I still use Filmora, but I just use it for quick, short things. I'll maybe make a very quick, short piece of a video. Just a custom piece to throw into something else. It is not my primary tool of choice. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't have enough bells and whistles to suit me. Now, it did when I was new. Absolutely, it did when I was new. And you may go for a very long time and never decide you need any more than that. But what is very difficult to do with Filmora is to do, just for example, multiple camera angles at the same subject at the same time. So in other words, if you're doing a cooking video, one pointing at the person narrating and one pointing at the implements being used. Or if you were in some sort of a sports thing, want to do the kids something following somebody talking and another camera following the game, where you just want to put that all together, Filmora would be a night to do that. Not saying it can't be done, but you just don't want it. If you want to go with Filmora, by all means, get the lifetime plan. This one right here. $70. I think when I bought it, and I'm going back a few years ago, when I first got my Filmora, I think that the lifetime was $39.99. So it's gone up. And they didn't have this annual bundle plan at that time, which I'm good, because that's an ongoing. Automatically renew, cancel at any time. That's rough. The paid subscription, you will be charged $100 or $99.87 when it auto renews annually. Of course, it says you can cancel at any time, but lifetime plan is what you want to get for that. So that's the first one I think you're going to want to look at for easiest. The next one is this one right here. Let me put that one into the chat. This program is very, very similar. Very similar to Filmora. But I think it's easier. I think it's a little bit smoother. They want $79.95 for it. If you're going to spend $79.95, I'm going to tell you right now, there are better programs to get. Oh, maybe I should have done it this way. That's their video suite. Just the video editor itself, they want $40 for. And the plus, they want $60. And then, of course, if you want to do screen recording, they want to hit you for another $40. If you want to do any 360 stuff, it's more money. The suite is probably the way that I would go if you would elect to go that with this software. You can unless this has changed, you can't answer this right now. You were able to download this and edit something in-house. When I say in-house, I mean in your living room or kitchen or wherever you do your editing, and just look at it locally. I would not upload it. It will have watermarks in it. But you could see if you like the layout and how it works and how it functions. But again, that is probably not the one that I would go with. So then the next one all right. This is a very, very unique editor. If you have a very low power desktop, laptop, tablet, this may be the one that you like because this is an online editor. This is run through your browser. It's a cloud-based program. It's the only editing program that I know of that works very well with Chromebook. And if you have a Chromebook, or if you've looked at them, I'm sure that you know that there are Chromebooks and then there are Chromebooks. There are the $100 Chromebooks and then there are the $1,000 Chromebooks. This will work with any of them. Cloud-based program, you can collaborate with other users to edit different parts of a single project. So as long as you have an internet connection, you can work on that project. And you can have it in a state where I'm going to work on it now, and then I'm going to work on it later. When we go visit the kids or whatever, I'll work on it then. As long as you got an internet connection, go in and work on it. So you can create some very good videos with this. This also has a good green screen engine in it. One of the big pluses. And here's the way the pricing works. And it gets all pricey. The advantage is you can run it on next to no horsepower at all, because all the horsepower is on the servers out in the cloud. So the quote-unquote professional version is $18 a month. Unlimited is probably all you would ever need. I don't think I would waste the time on the power one. I would at least jump up to unlimited or professional, but unlimited would be probably the lowest one I would even consider going to. And it does do 4K if you have an interest in doing it. All right. If you're going to go out and buy an editor, if you're running a Windows machine, this is the website I suggest you go to. Oh, look, it's even got my name on it. They know me here. Okay. Power Director is the name of the program. I have the Power Director, I think it's called Power Director 365. Same thing as the suite. I use every one of them. I use their photo editing app. I use their audio director app. It's great stuff, and it's all at a cost of, if I keep it updated every year, it's about $100 a year. But I don't have to. I can skip years. I can say, oh, I don't want this next version. They haven't made enough improvements. I'll just wait. Then I'll just wait a year. Your license doesn't run out. You just can no longer upgrade. So Power Director 365. I have no idea. thing. So it's what, $50 a year? That's just for the Power Director software. That's $55 a year. And, I got this wonderful little browser add-on here that's telling me I can get 7.5% back. But, so the Power Director is the editing program. Folks, with this particular piece of software, and this is my go-to software, the accolades on this software are phenomenal from all of the major tech publications. They just see if they have something here. Okay, this is some of their accolades here. Over 200 patented technologies. It's a big outfit. Obviously a big outfit. And they have, I'm surprised I'm not seeing it here. It's changed, but they have been, favored on like, PC Magazine. Some of the different, tech publications have featured their software. You can run multiple lines. I think it's endless. It has a adjust by audio feature. Let me just open this up here. Okay. This is what the program looks like. The lines down here, they start out kind of small, only 2 sets. But every time you start adding videos or files or whatever it is you want to do, it keeps growing and growing and growing. I think I have personally had as many as 30, 35 lines, and there was no signs of stopping. And at that point, it gets a little bit complicated to keep up with it. They have a great editing system here for voiceovers. They have audio controls for every single line. So as more and more tracks are added, and here's how you can do this. So let's just add 20 video tracks and 20 audio track. And just for the fun of it, let's add two more effect tracks. Let's click yes. And there we go. They're all here. And it added individual audio lines for every single one of them. The titling, I have 508 sample titles to start with, and I can take every one of those and customize it. I have a picture-in-picture room. This is what they call their particle room. This is movable items. And I've got, 292 of those. The picture-in-picture room, I've got 633 of these type of objects. And of course, this is all searchable. But I'm sure you've seen the countdown timers and frames, social media stuff. Tons of stuff. You want transitions? You go between either pictures and or videos. There's 224 of them in there. There's no extra charge for any of this. Nothing has been purchased extra for any of it. This is what you get. And if this isn't enough, let's do this. Let me get someplace here. Okay, I am now signed into the website. I don't know how many more templates are in here, but there are hundreds. Picture-in-picture object, particle templates, titles, collage. All these are free. All comes with it. They call them magic style, the quick way to put things together. Express project, another quick way. For the money, I don't think this program can be beat. It does a fantastic job. If it has any downfall at all, it's simply it does not work on a Mac. This does not work on a Mac. Now, where are we at? We are after 9 o'clock. I just got back to the 2, 3. I have 5 screens in front of me, and with everything going on here, I've not even been able to look at the chat. So I'm back looking at the chat, see if there's if you've asked questions. I've obviously missed them. I apologize. So go ahead and ask them here now, and we'll try to address them. And I just scratched the surface tonight. That's all I did. Just scratch the surface. I wanted to give you an idea of what was out there. I wanted you to feel like, okay, I don't have to go spend $1,000 for software. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go spend $200 for software. There's a lot of free options available to get started. And we're all about helping people get started. I use 365. I use the complete package. I have I use their photo editing program. I use their audio program. Their audio editor is simply fantastic. It will remix. You put a musical tune into it, and I can remix it to a custom length that you can't tell it was ever chopped apart and put back together. So I can take let's just say that you download an audio file from the YouTube audio library, and it comes in at 3 minutes and 22 seconds. But you need the music for your project to be at 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Well, I can take that sound and I can remix it. Not slowing it down, not doing any of that. It will remix it, and it will make it 5 minutes and 14 seconds. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. The photo director is the one I use the least, Lazy Bunny. Googler asked me. don't know that I can answer it, but. All right, Lazy Bunny, you're saying audio library. YouTube has an audio library. YouTube has an audio library. And all the music in that audio library is free for even monetized videos. Some of it you do have to pay homage to the person that created it, which is just simply recognizing them in the description of the video using the song in. And those are, I mean, you're aware of that when you go to download it. If you would like, I hope so. I'm gonna do this for Lazy Bunny because obviously this is something that we're not aware of. Okay, what I have on the screen here is I am signed into YouTube. I'm just on a blank YouTube page, but I am signed in as Two Family Homestead. So if you sign in as Lazy Bunny Homestead and you just go to YouTube, click on your little icon in the upper right-hand corner, go down to YouTube Studio. On YouTube Studio, and over on the left-hand side, just scroll this down, and right here it will say Audio Library. Click on that Audio Library, and here are hundreds and hundreds of searchable songs, and they update it. They get new stuff all the time of stuff you can use. So it's arranged by genre, by the mood, by the instrument, by the duration, and whether or not attribution is required or not required. So if it's required, we'll just do a search for that. What you'll find out, that's where it's got this little circle over here. So if you click on that, it's saying, you're free to use this song and monetize your video, but you must include the following in your video description. So you just simply copy and paste what I just highlighted here and put it in your description, and you're good to go. And you are absolutely good to go. Now, if you don't want to wait on that, or if you don't want to mess around with that, you can just search through here and say attribution not required. That means everything you see in here now, you just use it. Just use it. You can go through here and you can test sample all these. Doesn't cost you anything. It's not a type of thing where you can only download 5 today and 6 tomorrow. You can spend all night tonight going through here and download them all if you want to. That's one thing they probably don't have a good thing to do. They don't have a select all, download them all in a package. It doesn't do that. But you can, a lot of stuff, tremendous amount of stuff. Okay, let me get. Okay, Googler, I'm having an issue with Windows Startup. It is okay with booting, but after login it hangs sometimes 5 minutes or more. All startup programs are disabled. I also have antivirus running and have scanned to make sure I don't have a virus or anything. And good evening to Hamiltonville Farm. Okay, Googler, my first question to you is, how long has that system been on those drives? I mean, has it been on there for 3 years, 4 years? Or is this something that's pretty new? This may just be a thing where you need to freshen it up. A lot of times, hang-ups come if the operating system is having problems reading the sectors on a hard drive. It can still read them, but maybe they're failing. And so it reads a little, and then it goes into its checking mode. And when it goes into its checking mode, everything comes to a stop. Everything comes to a stop. And you have to just wait on it to do its thing. If I were throwing darts, Googler, I would say you probably have a hard drive that has got some issues. Pretty recent image on the drive. How old is the drive? And how is the drive? You know, is the cache good on the drive? Maybe it's just the cache area on the drive. And when you say it's a pretty recent image, well, let me just say that kind of almost scares me, because that means you created an image. Who knows how long ago you created it? Is it up to date with the latest stuff? Or when you put that image on, does it go out and say, oh, I got to have all these updates because this is all old school stuff? How about you, Hank? It's sure good to see you in here tonight. Don't see you too often here. Okay, so you've checked it with Crystal Disk Info, and what has that told you? Did they get an absolute passing grade? And sometimes, and the other thing is sometimes it's the cache part of the drive, which is just that little tiny area that's a chipset. Okay, but if the cache area has gone bad, and I don't know of a way to test that. I mean, I'm sure that a very astute gamer could do that, but I don't know the programs that they would use to do that. Three Musketeers Homestead, good evening to you, sir, or ma'am, or whomever. What speed drives do you have? Is the operating system crossed on the three drives? Is this a RAID system? Brandon the Pinocchio, hey, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Googler, you got my email. Let's carry this offline rather than tie these people up. We've been on here well over my allotted time. And I know that there's others out there that are doing live streams, and people have other things to do than to sit here. So you got my email. We'll continue this offline. Anybody else have any other questions here? I'm just glancing back through here. All right. Can't really tell. So, special thank you to all of our members in here. That's the people dressed in green. Okay. And if they are dressed in blue and they have a little puppy dog behind them, they are also members. The people all dressed in blue are super moderators who are so important on a night like tonight. Our granddaughter here has kept Sherry busy, so Sherry's not really been in here with us. And moderators have done a fantastic job, as they always do. They always look out for us, and we just love them. So check out our moderators. Everybody dressed in blue. Check out the people in the green. They've got green coats on. Go check them out. If you'd like to join Smudge's people, click that join button below. Would love to have you. You get... No, you do not have to do an intro. You do not have to do an intro. And there's a lot of different ways to do a quote-unquote intro. Okay, so again, if you'd like to become a member, click that join button. We'd love to have you, and we get you some special treats through the mail. So everybody, take care. Have a wonderful evening and a great rest of the week to you. Let's see, what did I say last night? Oh yeah, I remember. On a hot day like what we had today. How did that go? On a hot day. Wait a minute. Let me think. Let me think. See, I write these down when I think about it. I find it. Okay. On a hot day, never ever kick a cow turd on a hot day. And with that, folks, have a wonderful week. We will see you Thursday night. And take care, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.